Push, push. Play on. Release, release. Knees on the ground, tackle release, knees on the ground. George, tackle completed. Nick, we good? Yeah, let's take the line.
Line is middle, eh? No. 56. Check. 53. Shoot. Come
No, not on it. Stay on. Fly. Stay on. No advantage, guys. There's a knock on. No advantage.
Het was aan, bro.
Knock on.
Yeah, no, you're right. You on your choice.
Okay, gents, you know what's my expectations now? Please give me that gap on vine, ne?
Dropped.
No, it was on. Let's go, let's go.
Let's go now. Let's go, gents.
Watch it.
Just wait till I move out your way, ne?
So fine.
Crouch!
Down.
Bind. Sit! Steady now.
Down here.
Get up. Okay. Want you to set up just a bit closer there, but far apart there for me. Just a bit closer. Just a bit closer.
Boeta groeten. Moet wel gesteken, Boeta. Jackson!
Crouch!
Down.
Bind. Sit!
Hou hem.
Use the ball. Play the ball. Stay. On advantage. Hij mag geen contact. I'm not aware of that. Not aware of that. Stay. Tackle release. Stay on.
Watch your pullback. Hey, watch your pullback.
Stay on.
Coming over and they like to go the opposite direction.
Perfect.
Find it fantastic courageous.
No hands, no hands. No, get out. Get out. Stay on. Let's go, yeah?
Showing us how dangerous he can be. Of course, he's up against
fine. Push back in.
5+1. 5+1. Take it. I'm on Tom, man. I'm on Tom. Good work.
Right now, that is clearly for.
Come away with it.
Okay.
Come on, go. On it. Be on it.
Alright. I'm off. How's it looking? Sabi. Alright. Right George, het jy iemand anders opgebring nee? Daai man is af hoor. Julle Lucy is af, daar gaan hy. Alright. Let's go, Emmys, let's go. That's a good first scrum guys, good standard, né? Well done. Time on.
Send.
Just wait until I've got your way, okay?
Let's go.
Crouch!
Down.
Fine. Sit! What's he for? Back off. Stay on. Get back, 11, get back, 11. Alright, you got an option? Option? Scrum where you kicked it from, penalty where the offside is. George? Scrum where the kick is from, penalty on the offside, alright? From the kicker, yeah? Yeah.
Same side.
Give me 10. Give me a bit more, please. A bit more. Right. Give me more. Thank you. Left flank. Release now, release. Exactly the same. Exactly completed. Ground. Shot a goal.
Everyone in the line. What's it?
Yeah, you fine?
I guess one thing to the back.
Make sure you're behind, please. Swans. Away, away now, away. Push back, push back. Release, stay on. Push on, push. One on the ball, stay. Stay. Advantage offside, number 13, what? No advantage, that's a forward pass, number 13 white offside, 13 white. It's number 13 white offside. Number 13. Yeah? 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 George? George? Discipline, ne? Too many penalties, quick succession, eh? Thank you very much. Make sure they're behind there.
Same choice, go and move you.
Play on. Stay on. Stay on. Use. Play up. Push. Come on. Stay on. Always under pressure there, guys. Advantage. I'm done.
200.
Let's go, boys. Good standard, boys. Let's keep it there with the scrum, ne? Good standard. Can we land a bit closer, please? A bit closer. Sit! Use. No. Not dominant. Walk.
Charlie! Charlie!
Yeah, just good point. Good touch, Sachet. Open up, please. Thank you. Let's play. Let's play. Attacking. Stay on. No. Stay on. Stay on. What? Ja, ja, ja.
Achterlijk. Oh, man, vast.
Oké, goed. Goed. Zo, kijk. Ja, dat is Let's go, let's go. Crouch! Bind! Sit! Straight down. It's fine. Okay. That's fine. Just line up a bit closer for me once more. Thanks. Just carry your weight, ne? Get your feet a bit more underneath. Thank you.
Quality boys, you want to come in? Build up. Hey, good quality boy. Locked in. Big get up. Come here. Fucking each other now, please.
Crouch.
Down.
Bind. Sit. Stay on. Stay. Use.
Looking for some runners.
Play. Push on. Tackle release.
Taking up strong once again.
The ball, not on the ball. Play on. No, no effect, no effect. No hands, no hands. Stay on. Advantage side entry. The advantage of side as well. Still playing advantage. Stay on. Tackle.
Fix it up once again. Tame. After the big pumping on this balloon. Good job. Operating.
No relief.
Carried in 4 occasions. He's carried twice already.
Stay on. Now you're off your feet. Leave it, Emmys. Push. Push.
go. This is what Villagers would want to do, is just hold on to that ball. Carry again from Evan Kutsia.
Oh, here comes the
Comes
penalty.
away, off their feet. Wonderful work from Hammies. The scramble defense was absolutely insane.
Well, they scrambled well, yeah, and they go. Here goes JP Lewis. He's clearing through. Can he find Connor van Eden?
Back on the inside, and he gives it Van Eden onto the boot. Costa now will take on the Jetsus of Decatur, but look at this man go. Africa. Jared Africa doing really well, and it's again Hammies turning it over. Brilliant from the guards at the back. Kutsia,
Must be, it's Jared Africa.
Out to Rawstrod. Van Eden has a little look himself, back on the inside. Back to Kutsia. Ball went backwards, says the referee, and it's a dive for the line, and Hammies get the first fiver of the day. Let's find that number.
Looks like it's Christian Zitzman getting up with the ball there, Nick. What a thrilling passage of play. That was fantastic. Rugby, JP Lewis, the captain, and Connor van Eden combining to get in behind the Villagers' defense. And then Hammy showing the patience. This time the offload's going to hand, and they managed to round off a fantastic counter-attack. Christian Zitzman dives over.
End-to-end stuff. Really, really good work from Hammies. And like you say, Captain Courageous once again, JP Lewis just turning it on. And Costa, and then the interplay between the forwards, between Eddie Janssen, the co-captain, and Kutsia, absolutely outstanding. And of course, Jared Africa just always getting his hands on the ball.
Well, Hammies had the presence of mind there. They got in behind, and then the offloads were on. I think in some of the other times they've been pushing offloads at times, and maybe it wasn't on. This time they got in behind the Villagers' defense. Villagers scrambling, struggling to fold quick enough, and they capitalized as McLaughlin adds the extra 2.
Cap man, Vaynam McLaughlin nails down 5 points to his name. 10 points to 0 in favor of the home team. 150 boys next year. Talking about Robbie Ulufi here chatting on the sidelines, and a very vocal coach is he. Also part of the management of the club, and done some really good work with these teams, first and second team coach. Leivard again gets it out, and Hammies would like to exit. Penalty goes the way, not supporting their own body weight.
Well, it was a really soft penalty to give away at that stage, Nick. That really was a get-out-jail-free card for Hammies. They,
It is something that must be a coach killer, because you've got them in their own half, they can't kick out on the full, you probably get the ball back, but you give away that soft penalty, and all the pressure's gone.
I think that's what scoreboard pressure does, and it's something to be mindful as this game goes deeper and deeper. The psychology of being behind on the scoreboard, how will that affect Villagers, especially in a traditionally tight contest.
Troy Fisher has struggled at 1 or 2. This time he gets up to Phillips, and well taken from Phillips. Van Eden has a little look himself, backs himself back on the inside, looking for some support. Finally, Hammies get there. Fisher does some of the clean-up work, and brilliant from the Bison, who takes it up once again. Van Eden has a little look left, right, back on the inside to Reich.
Now they just got to be patient again. Let's see what the referee's call is.
Van Eden
And
now
Van
with a chip
Eden-
through.
Oh,
And Brad Tain.
he's carried that back actually. Oh, he's carried it back, but he's going to run it from his own in-goal area. This is big trouble. Oh, goodness.
Ball goes over the dead ball line.
Well, that was suicidal from Villagers. Absolutely suicidal.
We thought that Brad, he's not so bad, Brad. He did really well just to get away. Should have just put that ball onto the foot and got it as far downfield as possible.
We're taking it into contact. That this is now a golden opportunity for Hammies. They got both sides of the field to attack from the scrum. But Jared Africa coming over the left-hand side here. Lloyd Costa directly behind the scrum, so we'll see which way they go. This could be an ideal opportunity to round up on the left, the blind side here, Nick.
Big blind side happening, of course, the two danger men. Jared Africa, JP Lewis. Loads and loads of space, but I guess it'll depend on where Costa goes.
Looks like Viljoen's crept over to the left-hand side to cover Jared Africa as well. He's need a stable base at the scrum, Nick. That's the you got to get the first part of it right, and they haven't.
And they have not. You called it. Commentators. Curse.
Commentators' advice.
Village idiot. And it's an easy kick now for Lavel. He doesn't find
There
the
we
chance.
go,
It's
and
coming
now
again, and Van Eden tries to do it, but whose ball is it? It'll still be Hammies' ball, and it's the protest from the Villagers boys saying that he took it back out. Fisher, great line out, finding the big man Phillips right in the middle to Roebuck. Clever play from the Hammies boys. McLaughlin gives it up to the big ball carrier and Kutsia. Nafuma.
oh, here goes the Bison.
Bison hitting it over Van Heerden once again.
A little bit.
Finds Zitzman, the greatest of passes, but Zitzman forever bumping boys off him. Not rolling away again. Nofuma. I think that's his second penalty in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's just a
He's disciplined.
little bit of a discipline issue creeping in with Villagers. They tended to give away a few soft penalties here. There was no real pressure there on by Hammies on Villagers. And yeah, here we go. Very important phase of the game, Nick. Certainly the lineouts have gotten much better in the last 15 minutes for Hammies. So we'll see how it goes here as Troy Fisher lines up to feed this lineout. Phillips has been a big target for him today at the back of the lineout. So we'll see if he continues that. There we go again.
Once again, and a great throw from Philip van Eden. Gives it out to the big man Zitzman. Needs to get that knee on the ground and does so. Good work from the inside centre. Roebuck with a deft little pass there to Friedel Reich. Van Eden now with a bit of space. A chip over, and again he finds the number 9.
I think Connor van Eden didn't give that move enough of a chance, in my opinion, Nick.
For his pains, not so bad. Brad Tain gets taken out. Sometimes you think, is it a protest or he's trying to milk that penalty? I don't think there was anything malicious.
There's nothing
JP Lewis,
nothing malicious in that.
that contest.
Well, Villagers have a chance now. They've been under the pump here in the last 15 minutes or so, Nick. And they need to clear their lines and establish themselves in the game. They haven't been able to get on the scoreboard yet, but one feels if Hammies are to get another try now, it'll be a large deficit to overcome, even though we are quite early on in the game. 13 minutes before halftime, Hammies lead by 10 points to 0.
The big towering figure of Emont Phillips at the back once again. This time they go into the middle, and Van Eden gives it out wide to the big man in Kutsia. Van Eden back on the inside. Go the Hammies boys, and they're just trying to build some phases as McLaughlin to Africa. Always looks so dangerous when he gets the ball, but shepherded out by his opposite number, Viljoen.
Viljoen's keeping a careful eye on Jared Africa. And this time the Hammies attack comes to 0.
You can hear the boys doing some fines meetings in the corner. Because this is club rugby at its best.
Looks like the Hammy second team celebrating their win there underneath the gazebo.
Great take from the mayor. And it is now
Oh, Shaw partially charged. Phillips gets it.
a hand from the Hammies, and Phillips does get it, but stolen once again. But illegally so, says the referee, holding on. Really good work from the Dirty Whites. You know, I had no idea until I did some research on villages why they were called villages.
Or would you care to share it with us?
I think I just might. Because as in the late 1800s, they started moving further and further to the southern suburbs. There were lots of villages that popped up. And they decided to call
Themselves
their
the
area
villages.
the villages from the southern suburbs. So there's some useless information. You can go to sleep tonight.
I was hoping you'd give it to us at the next double scrum reset, but that's skewing the line out.
Very skew in the line out, and it is big man once again, Phillips, who's dominating.
Refs really missed that one.
Great carry once again. Jeez, Conte, we've got a few injuries.
Seems like there was a bit of head contact there.
Mafuma has really been putting his body on the line.
Nick, after that, I can't even think what other mindless trivia you're going to share with us today.
I'm a registered tour guide, so I can tell you a few things about about this area here we are standing on.
Well, let's hope the rugby's more exciting than your stories.
It's always good to know where you come from, Adrian. You know where you're going.
No, summary of our history, that's good enough.
Fair enough. Mafuma taking a really big shot to the head here. You said the coach of the UXI Academy. Wonderful players, and of course Mafuma giving away 2 soft penalties here in the first half and cost his team a little bit. We spoke about that scoreboard pressure, and people get desperate to make an impact and might just try a little bit too hard.
We're getting into that crucial time, Nick, before half-time. So about 7 minutes or so before half-time. And you feel that if Hammy score next, it'll be a big deficit at half-time. Not insurmountable. Of course, Hammy's led by 40 points last week against Heidelberg and nearly came unstuck there. So there's no question that building a lead doesn't always count for everything, but it's certainly an advantage.
A little bit of a factor last week.
The conditions were horrendous.
But perfect conditions here, Adrian.
Yes, a beautiful autumn day under Table Mountain, Signal Hill. Absolutely fantastic. You couldn't hope for better.
Under pressure from Tame. Laughlin trying to find a bit of space out the back. Well read.
Oh, it's a big man.
Advantage. Stay on. Advantage over. No one there. Runaway tackler. Push. No hands. Push. Tackle. Push back. Push. Stay on.
And he's got it! Puta Bison Dupree. What a try. That was fantastic. Hammy's stretched the lead now to 15 points to 0. This is a relatively easy conversion attempt from McLaughlin. No win to speak of. And as we draw closer to half time.
Yeah, 5 minutes left, huh? First off. Here you go. Thank you.
Yes, I think they've gotten better at that as the game's gone by, as McLaughlin adds the extra 2. Another ball into the stables there, Nick. I think we'll be running out of rugby balls here by the end of it. He arrived yesterday.
Right or left? We can play. You're going right, left. Thank you.
Absolutely nothing. I hope the general manager Derek is going to fetch them. Oh, we got some security there actually. I see now. We're getting them back.
The kick be retaken or scrum? Scrum. Just move away from the dirt, yeah?
Villagers have got to be careful that they don't get too desperate. There's a lot of time in this game, Nick. A lot of time left. Certainly that 17-point-0 lead at the moment is far from insurmountable. The Villagers can chip away at it. They've got to try and take this game deep if they're going to come away with the points here today. But that was an unfortunate error.
George? Let's go. I didn't say. It's fine. Time off. Klaar af, ne? Alright, time on. Let's go, boys.
There's an 8-9 dream. There's
number 8, let's go, please. Let's go.
massive number overlap you can get here on the blind side. Sorry. Well, as you can see where the defense is lying. There's only 2 on the left-hand side here, by the way.
Bind. Sit.
Courageous back on this side, bumps one. Of course he does. Conofiniated now. Oh, and Ashford two places and advantage chance. Almost had that.
Well, that was difficult one to take for Friedel Weich. Can't really blame him for that. It's a little bit frantic at times still by me, so I think I'm trying to calm things down a little bit and build some phases, put some pressure on Villagers. You do feel that at this stage, Nick, that Villagers are there for the taking. There's a sense here, body language-wise, that the energy's dropped. Villagers' energy is, maybe they're feeling a bit demoralized at the moment. And if Hammies were to show that patience, maybe they could land that killer blow before half-time.
From the Dirty Whites and have a scrum. Crucial time for Villagers. Oosthuizen on the field in the second row. All 3 games prior to this won by Hammies under 20s, 3rds and 2nds, so
Hammies looking for the clean sweep here, and certainly they've got off to a great start in that attempt. So Aspeling, he's going to feed, but they get the penalty. It just seems like Robeck.
Robeck puts his knee to the ground and penalty, and don't call Doc really the best tight head prop in the league for nothing. Ball finds a solid touch, and this is what Villagers need. Crucial point just before half-time. Need to get some points on the board, Adrian.
It's been a long time since they've been here. We spoke about this as a 50-50 game in the first 10 to 15 minutes. It has not been a 50-50 game in the 20 minutes or so after that. It's been Hammy's dominance, and Villagers have got to come away with something as they win the line out.
Fritz, brilliant throw from the captain, and he's at the back here. 21, says the referee. As Pretty Fritz breaks down the blind side, and Tate with a big carry goes Aspelung. Wonderful from the number 12. Bumping people for fun today. Tain finds Viljoen. Tain once again got a bit of space on the outside. Can they find the man? Great hits on the outside.
Great read by Damien Rawston, but they've got a chance out wide here.
The filler once again in the number 11. Still goes for it, but we'll come back for the penalty, Adrian.
Damien Rawston saved Hammy's bacon there with that tackle. He just about managed to hold on. And it's a penalty, relatively easy 3 points here. They want it, but let's see what they decide.
We spoke about coming away with some points.
And here we go. They're going to tap and go.
Going to be brave, Adrian.
They're going to tap and go. They could regret this. Let's see what happens.
Played to the big number 17, Mangold. Oh, sorry, the 21. Jacobs who takes it up. Tate once again. Oh, that big man. So hard to stop his Aspelung. Big run from his centre partner, Viljoen. They're just inches out of the Villagers. Tate to the big man. Oh,
What a hit by Bison. What a hit. I think they might just get it. Oh,
And that's Uteti, who's on the field and stretches.
there's certainly a huge chance here. And the referee's call is the scrum going forward. Oh. Yeah, the try's been awarded, Nick. It was a close call. We weren't really sure. It seems like the touch judge, the assistant referee, has awarded the try there. The referee might have been unsighted. And T's not coming on quick enough. But yeah, it looked like originally the referee had awarded a scrum to Villagers. But he consulted the assistant referee and he's awarded the try. Very interesting decision there. It did look as though they were very close to the line though, Nick.
They were just inches and inches and inches so many times, and we spoke about that crucial time before the second half, and Villagers are not lying down here today.
Villagers did what they had to do, Nick. They scored right on half-time to keep themselves alive. It's Hamilton's 17, Villagers 7. It's half-time at the Stephan Oval.
Welcome to Hamiltons Group for all your construction, electrical, and plumbing needs. Competitive rates, free quotes, and technical expertise come as an inclusive service when using Hamiltons. A family-run business since 1978, we pride ourselves offering top quality and service excellence. Call now on 021 4244 588, available 24/7. Hamiltons Group, Swiss ingenuity, South African pride.
Yeah.
Wonderful half from Hammies, but fighting back were Villagers. Troy Fisher We look to find his line-out jumpers, and it is the big man Phillips at the back. Brilliant from Phillips, and Friedel Weich taking it up. The man who's been bumping people for fun today gets knocked back himself, does Zitzman. Great counter-rucking here from Villagers. Van Eeren now going to the blind side. Wonderful work from the African man, but knocked on. Everybody was saying would come back for the knock-on.
That was a tight call. I suppose on another day he might have been blown up for penalty. Certainly wasn't a yellow card, Nick, but they're going to refer, certainly going to have a chat here to the assistant referee, and it looks like the knock-on's going to stand. Hammies have the scrum.
Lucky from Villagers, but you do make your own luck, and they've come out absolutely firing here. Big hit on Zitzman and some great counter-racking. I think the coaches, Andy Kutsia, Andy Norman, and the manager, Tom Henry, having some big words with these Villagers boys.
Interesting to see how the Bison's going to go here in the second half. Nick, as Van Eeren comes away with it.
Bring it back on the inside to Rolstein, and Zitzman goes around the filler. Takes 2 or 3 men to bring him down. Van Eeren. Janssen. Van Eeren going back the opposite way. Big pass out wide to the captain. Gets his pass away. McLaughlin does some clean-up work.
Now Van Eeren's got to show that patience. At times it let the team down in the first half. Huge carry there by, it looks like Friedel Weich again.
And it's Costa now with a big pass to Phillips. Back on the inside, and it's Viljoen. Held him up. Really good work from the Villagers boys, and it is a turnover. Great work, Andries Viljoen.
Oh, he certainly had a big part to play, even in the first half when Villagers were under the pump. But the complexion of the game has changed completely by that try just before halftime, Nick.
Yeah, a lot of confidence built here from the Villagers boys. But they're still under the pump a bit, deep in their own half. Not so bad, Brad. Tain needs to make sure that him and Lavor clear their lines nicely. Need to exit.
Yes, it'll be crucial. Villagers will certainly want to be the team that scores next to narrow that gap. 10 points, still a fairly significant margin. But here comes the penalty, Nick. Huge pressure there. Once again by the Hammies front row. Led by Big Bison Duprier.
The Bison absolutely headbanging into his opposite number. The boy who was actually here, an old Hammies boy, Malon.
Yeah, and it looks like McLaughlin's going to opt for the 3 points here. Hammies will try and build that innings, build that lead as they go along and close out this game if they can. It's still early on in the second half, but this is an attempt to stretch the lead from halftime and really
to his name. A really outstanding performance here from McLaughlin in his 50th cap.
Yeah, Wayne McLaughlin, a teacher and coach at Panorama Primary, and has plied his trade here at Hamilton's for the past 5 or 6 years. 50 caps, a huge milestone for him. What a sweet 50th cap that'll be if he can pull off a win today.
As the ball doesn't go to hand, and the touch line wins the contest. Carried by the mayor and taken into touch.
It was a bit scrappy from him. He's not able to field that kickoff. They do have the line out in their territory. So we'll see if they can clear their lines here. 20 points to 7 early on in the second half, Nick.
Fisher will want to find his line on jumper. Says, oh, he goes to the front again. Unfortunately, unable to be taken, but a short arm, says the referee. Tap and go by Fritzy Fritz, but a bit of comedy of error as the big Mayor takes it up. Tain to Oteti. We spoke about him making a big impact on this game. Big carry from Kutsia. And it's now Hammies who are under the pump. Tain. Patience is needed by the Villagers, boys.
Yeah, they're going to try and build this one up with one-off runners by the looks of things and wait their turn. They've got some really powerful ball carriers, Nick.
And it's from Andries Viljoen who takes it up very close and a knock-on. Brilliant work in defense from the Hammies, and you can see what it means to them.
That was crucial for Villagers. They needed to come away with some points there. We'll see if they're certainly camped in Hammies 22 right now. They would have been sniffing an opportunity to draw that deficit down to 6 points. At the moment, Hammies lead by 13 points. 20 points to 7 is the score.
But deep in their 22, Hammies needs a good exit. Connor van Heerden has had a wonderful game at 9 tonight. So has the 50th capper, Wynand McLaughlin. But where we've been really impressed is up front with Boeta de Preer, the Bison. Has been outstanding at number 3 once again. And it's Connor van Heerden who decides to go out wide, but the pass not going to hand. And as Robert Olivier says, why?
Yeah, that can give coach nightmares, Nick. Type of pass like that. I don't think Connor van Heerden will be too proud of that later on this evening.
That's going to be a video session call out for him on Tuesday.
If you come on Tuesday, you'll miss it because it's on Monday.
Monday video session. But Villagers with a great opportunity here now. Into the middle they go, and Mangold takes it up at the back. Sorry, Jacobs, who holds it tightly. Fritz takes it away. He's only inches short. Hammies need to do it all over again. As Tain gives it to Kutsia. And Kutsia is over. Villagers are right back in this.
Well, 2 scores, 2 tries either side of half-time. It's changed the complexion of this game. We were wondering about that Villagers' body language about 5 minutes before half-time, saying maybe, with the body language dropping, they were seeing this game slip away, but they've pulled themselves right back into this game. Game on, Nick.
Absolutely, and it's Jacobs who at the back there took it away. And what a game Fritz, the captain's having to. He's one of the oldest players here in his mid-30s, playing like he's a youngster.
Yes, it's been an inspired performance by him. Villagers dominating in the ball carry. They've been really physical. They've got some massive ball carriers, and they've managed to get over the advantage line, get in behind Hammies here. They've had more of the balls. It looks like Van der Merwe's come onto the field at lock for Hammies. That's straight down the middle to add the extra 2. And yes, it's a 6-point game. Van Reeder's also on, and it looks like in the centers or the wing.
Yeah, I think it was Robbie Olivier, the coach, who said, all right, we need some fresh legs on here. He's gone with a 6-2 split. So Foster, playing at 23, is usually a flanker, can play out wide, but I think he wants to bring some powerful players as McLaughlin goes deep, and Van der Reede, absolutely man on ball, but penalty, says the referee.
That was a close call. And it looks like Van Reede just got his timing out slightly there. The referee had the best position to see that. He certainly was in eye shot. And Villagers, yeah, they're on the march here. They're certainly making the comeback that they were looking for. 20 points to 14.
And it's Fritz who gets the call from Mangold. Short line out. To the back they go. Brilliant work from the number 7. It's the big carry once again from Muteta. We spoke about him making a big impact, and he is. As the Mayor takes it up once again. Tane out wide, a bit of space. Hammies came up quickly, but a very clever kick through the middle, and Costa as solid as a rock at the back.
What a luxury it is to have Lloyd Costa in that fullback position, Nick. I mean, he never gets flustered. He always makes meters. It's an embarrassment of riches with him and Jared Africa. As Jared Africa comes away, and he's looking for JP Lewis, who's stepping and weaving through the opposition.
Brilliant work from the 13 and 11. Van Eerden now has a little run himself back on the inside to Fisher. Ball doesn't go to hand, and these silly little errors that are creeping into the Hammies game might cost them in the long run.
That was a bit unfortunate there. And he's not showing that patience that the coaching staff have been begging for in the first half. On that occasion, another pass that didn't go to hand, and it's keeping this game very, very tight. Villagers in the Hammies 22 ready to strike if they can control the set piece here.
Yeah, we spoke about the set piece, and it has been an even affair, but with Butcher the Bison Dupree getting 1 or 2 over Nathan Milon. Oh, it's actually Mangold who's on the field. Apologies.
One thing to note here is the Villagers line out certainly functioning much better now than it did in the first half. They're getting some really good ball off their line out. Phillips is off for Hammies, their main source of line out ball in the first half. So it'll be interesting to see what options they use here in the second half. Seems like there's a man down there, Nick. But everybody's gathering themselves together now as they attempt to set the scrum.
It has been a bruising affair here on the Stephen Oval. Villagers really have their tails up at the moment, and why not? They've come back into this game in a big way. The forwards, the big ball carriers really starting to carry. And we'll just reset that scrum.
My favorite part of the game, Nick, the scrum reset.
It's just riveting, isn't it? Luckily at junior level, you don't get so many resets.
I've known refs that will reset the scrum 5 times at junior level. It's impressive.
I didn't know you could do that. All right. It is the second reset, and a good reset it is. Mangold, and penalty goes the way of the Dirty Whites.
Looks like it was Nick Robeck there. I'm not sure exactly what the call was for. And he's been blown up as Villagers look to... They get the penalty, and they're going to pop this one into the 22. Golden opportunity for Villagers. Their line-out, as we're saying, has been firing of late, and they've got an opportunity to launch an assault on the Hammies try line.
Fritzy Fritz has been outstanding with his line-out throwings too, and the Mayor goes up once again. He is the Mayor of the village, and brilliant work as Mangold breaks away. Big run and penalty. Straight off his feet. What? Not too sure about that, Ed. What happened there?
It was a very contentious call. He's been called for changing his body height there in the carry, by the looks of things. It's a very, very grey area in rugby. The rule, of course, has been changed now in terms of the tackle height and how you can carry the ball. So he's changed his body position. I can only think that's the call. I'm not 100% sure. Other than that, it could have been he was leading with the elbow. But it looks to me like he was called for changing his body position.
And it's a quick tap from McLaughlin, and Hammies now trying to recreate what they had in the first half. Pick up a go. Oh, almost the interception, but we'll come back here and penalty again. Once again, McLaughlin decides to go himself. We'll come back, not 10, says the referee. Slowing down the game, but you got to take it from the mark.
Yes, it was a penalty for a tackle. Looks like either early tackle or late tackle. I was a bit unsighted there. McLaughlin's going to look to pump this one deep into Village's territory, and he gets Hammies there, just over halfway. It's a great kick by McLaughlin. He's been very steady today, Nick. Not only off the kicking tee, but his general play has been excellent. And Hammies breathed a sigh of relief. That was a real let-off, a soft penalty, but it's one of those grey areas. New rules in the game, and all of a sudden you have to have players adjust. As Zitzman carries to, looks like, to Rawston, Connor van Eerden now. There's a penalty advantage. That's put up. Bison goes. This is going to be an opportunity for Hammies. It's back to Lewis. JP Lewis now. Can they show the patience? Villagers counter ruck. They counter ruck, and that's Friedelweich. Big chance here for Hammies. They've got big numbers on the right-hand side if they can use it, but the ball slowed down. Penalty advantage. Oh, lovely inside ball to Troy Fisher. Big clean out, but they're going to go back for the penalty, Nick. And that was very enterprising from Hammies. It's been a while since we've seen them on the front foot.
Really enterprising from Hammies. You could almost feel that they just want to speed this game up. Make sure that they find that little space, catch the Villagers guys unawares. That's the game they want to play.
And I thought the referee is just consulting with the assistant referee there. I'm not sure what that's about. We'll see if there's any decision. The penalty will go to Hammies. And it's probably an opportune time to take the 3 points. We'll see what the decision is, Nick.
Vital decision time here for the boys. And we'll take a scrum. They are being brave. All the Hamiltons boys and some of the big lads. Come on. Davids gets a shot for Mangold.
It's a crucial scrum to be coming on about 7 meters from the line. And he has the pleasure of scrumming against Puta Bison Dupree.
Good luck, pal. No, you don't get to this level of rugby if you are not a decent player. And David's now up against the Bison. And look who's standing right up there against the scrum time. It is Zitzman. We expect him to carry it up hard. Scott picks it up, and Zitzman is there trying to roll him over. But Aspelling does brilliant work. And they might rue the chances, and it is a turnover. Brilliant work from Aspelling.
And it just looks like Kotze was a bit upright in that carry, Nick. Villagers players managed to get underneath him and drive him backwards, even though he had the substantial presence of Zitzman on his shoulder. And Villagers live to fight another day here. They cannot afford to concede another try in this game, one would think. This scrum is right underneath their goalposts, and they'll be looking to clear. It's crucial moments now as we enter the last 20 minutes or so of the game.
Crucial. You spoke about it. Last 20 minutes. Need to exit. And it's Tain with a counter coming from the Hammies boys. Brilliant. And a penalty goes the way of Hammies. And the crowd go absolutely wild. And the coaching staff too. Quick tap. Crossfield kick. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Wonderful work from Hammies. And finally, Connor van Eerden's little chip over the top comes off.
Well, I think Coach Robert Olivier was in absolute disbelief at that cross kick. Thank goodness it worked out for Conor van Eden.
He would have been in a lot of trouble Monday night.
I think the word is incandescent, on fire.
Absolutely.
More flaming than a Vasco peri peri half chicken.
The next day. But brilliant from the Hammies, and we spoke about the crucial time here, and again it was that scrum massive from the Bison and Rubik who put them under a huge amount of pressure, won the penalty, and like they've been wanting to do all day, or this part of this second half, is just speed up the game.
Yeah, Conor van Eden brings that X factor. He's full of energy, he's full of life, he's very unpredictable and very difficult to defend. It's a high risk, high reward way of playing, and it worked out for him that time as McLaughlin steps forward. Looks like he's going to swing it straight through the middle. That's an incredible kick by Wynand McLaughlin.
Absolutely wonderful from the half-century man. McLaughlin having a sterling game here. 24 points to 12. So 20. Really well taken by Africa. Exit crucial here. The magician van Eden really coming alive. Brilliant pass by Fisher to the big man Janssen. Back to Conor van Eden. And now Costa goes on the outside of Fuller. Bumps off another would-be defender. And it's Hammy's tails up.
Oh, wonderful sell there by Troy Fisher. He sells again. This time Villagers don't buy it.
Yeah. Brilliant from Fisher, and Africa now finds a little space out the back, but not taken or marked by Basonen. Carried by the Mayor, who's had an outstanding game himself, but holding on almost, says the referee. Big step back on the inside by Grundling. And I think sanity prevails by Label. The big man Kotze now goes one way, beats two defenders, finally taken down by Oosthuizen. And a small little knock on is now Villager's turn to just let that bull ride and fill you now. It's end-to-end stuff here.
Well, the game's really opening up and getting exciting. Conor van Eden's at the heart of it. He's really keeping the Villagers guessing here, and Hammy's looking to land the knockout punch here. And they're getting very close to doing so as they creep ahead on the scoreboard.
Slowly but surely creeping ahead they are. And again, we just want to thank our sponsors. We've also got brand new aircons upstairs here at the clubhouse, and you probably see them. Daikin, we are the coolest club in town. And we have them to thank, and also these beautiful fireplace. We've got the fires on going now, beauty fires, because Ollie Pro and the guy from Schmidhauser that just keep giving and giving to club rugby. And another big scrum from the Bison and a tight head. Conor van Eden, the magician, gets it out to McLaughlin. Big run again from the number 12. And if anybody deserves a try on this field, it is the inside centre, Christian Zitzman, who's put his heart and soul and his body on the line for Hammies today.
Well, what a great try by Christian Zitzman. Hammy stretch further ahead. They'll be looking to land the killer blow here. McLaughlin's going to line up the kick from out wide here, Nick.
Really, really, really good work. Good turnover too from the Hammies boys, and this is the way they've been wanting to play. When it's on, it's on. And Christian Zitzman, who's had an outstanding game himself, deserves himself a try. And it's 35 points. (32-14) with the kick to come. Great strike from the man. Wonderful kick again by McLaughlin.
Oh, McLaughlin's in imperious form from the kicking tee today, as he slots yet another kick from the touchline, Nick.
In his 50th game, as we said, the confidence oozing out of his veins. If you haven't been to the club before, please come down and have a little look. We have revamped, and the Vasco Taverna is pumping out peri peri chickens as Africa dominates in the air once again.
I would hate to be Wynand McLaughlin in that fine session tonight, getting 50 caps and all these kicks.
50 caps and all the kicks. Brilliant. As Malana spills the pull. Villagers now have a bit of ball possession, but will come back for the earlier knock.
The Hammies lead 34 points to 14. They've got the bonus point. The win isn't exactly there yet, we can't say. But there's a raft of Hammy substitutes on the field. That looks like Fourie, the hooker. He's coming at a hooker. We've got Van Eerden. He'll come in at looks like Loosehead. And off comes Big Bison Dupree. He's had a absolutely sterling game. Robeck's also come off. So a double change in the front row. All three, in fact. All three front rankers coming off. As well as Connor van Eerden, who's been replaced at scrum half.
And we're expecting a big scrum from Hammies now. As Fourie, Van Eerden and Glade, all three of them on. And Smith also on at 21. Tane. Little chip goes through and regathered by Villagers. A bit untidy. Tane. Levo out to Grundling. Hasn't had much opportunity as Grundling, but does well. As I say that, commentator's curse, just ball ripped out by Africa.
Well, Villagers are on their last legs right now, but certainly there's enough time to make a late comeback if they can score in the next 2 minutes or so. But it's now or never for them. In this fixture, Hammies are to a comfortable 20-point lead at the moment. They won't want to be taking their foot off the pedal here, but they certainly have built a substantial lead after a bit of a shaky period either side of half-time, Nick.
Always going to get a few untidy scrums when the whole of the front row is replaced. Just feeling each other out a little bit.
Let's get the ball in and play.
Adrian loves a scrum.
Reset.
Loves a scrum reset. Absolutely loves it. Adrian, of course, you're the junior. How can I say it? The junior coordinator, the big honcho at the juniors, and a lot of these junior rugby for Hamilton obviously coming through the systems as a big scrum now. We spoke about the fresh legs in Fourie, Van Eerden and Glade, and it's definitely coming off for the Hammies boys. We talk about the juniors quickly. Juniors as strong as ever.
Yes, 250 boys here from under 8 to under 15 and growing every single day. We've been going now for nearly 10 years, Nick. And there's more of them are going to come back here in the future and play senior rugby in that famous jersey.
And what a beautiful jersey it is. The oldest club, not only in South Africa, but the Southern Hemisphere. And of course, with that famous Kepu who have supported this club for so many years. Great throw from Fourie, but scragged by the big number 19, Oosthuizen. Slow ball and McLaughlin backwards, says the referee. Milan with his second touch of the ball does really well. Smith, Kotza with the big pass and the bit of space out wide for Van der Rede. Tap back and then tapped out. Tapped out, says the referee.
Well, the ref called the Villagers play for a deliberate knock into touch there. Looked a little bit accidental to me, Nick. I'm not sure he could have deliberately knocked that into touch from there, but that's the call from the referee. And Hammies have got an ideal opportunity here to slow things down. Maybe take the line out, or perhaps even take the 3 points. And McLaughlin in the form he's in, why not? If it's if the good possibility he might get 3 points from here, why not take it?
And also we spoke about the game management. This is a great choice. Just slow the game down now. Now you don't want to be playing a quick game. You want to just close this game out. And when you've got the 50 capper in the form of his life, kicking the way he is, why not?
This is McLaughlin's comes forward, and that's first out to the left, but certainly worth the effort, Nick, as Villagers break out.
And it's through Grundling, who now finally gets himself some ball. Replacement at scrum off to and kick downfield, but it's to the man of the day. Vanek and Costa now. Looking dangerous, always beating the first two defenders is Costa. Big clean out, but penalty, says the referee. Already had his hands on the ball.
Yes, Villagers rewarded for some great work at the breakdown there. As they launch this one into Hammy's territory. It's a great kick, by the way. He's got a chance to bring down that that deficit. There's still a bonus point up for grabs, one would think. After last week, you can never get ahead of yourself, but this one looks, with 7 minutes to go, as though it's in the bank for Hammies. Villagers looking maybe for 1 or 2 bonus points that might be available as Hammies come away as Zitzman to Africa. He carries well, and yes, Hammies retained possession somehow. Oh, he has a big call to make here. He has a big call to make, Nick. Here we go. It seems like that was a shoulder charge, so we'll see if it was shoulder to head. It could be big trouble.
It does look like it, and it was directly in front of us. As we love to hear what the referees say. And long discussions going through with the referee as this happens, and that's it. Colours are shown. Yellow card. He'll spend the rest of the match on the sideline. Moving on from that, we need to talk about the Harry Hartman Wines man of the match. And we've got some big players here. Of course, the Bison, an outstanding game that he's had. The back line, the captain Courageous, really doing well. But you whispered in my ear right now, that man who's just kicked Wynand McLaughlin in his 50th test.
Yeah, definitely worth the Harry Hartman prize today. No question. He's been extremely composed. He's got Hammies ahead on the scoreboard when it was needed, when things seemed to be drawing close. Wynand McLaughlin, as you say, quite possibly in the form of his life.
Wonderful work from the number 10, and kicking really well off the tee box too. As Conor van Eden comes back onto the field. Lloyd Costa, like you're saying, coming off. Conor van Eden, versatile player. They call him the Magic Man. the magician. Maybe he can work some magic out wide here.
Oh, great performance, another great performance by Lloyd Costa. Maybe he didn't give that much opportunity today, but when he was involved, he looked very impressive once again. And as I say, he's a bit of a cheat code in Super League A at the back there.
What he brings to this team. As we go to the back, not straight, says the referee, and Fourie looking very disappointed in himself.
Yes, the game beginning to wind down now. It seems like Villagers have succumbed to the facts on the ground here, Nick. Hammies lead 34 points to 14, just under 4 minutes to go. Villagers will look to launch from deep inside their territory. They've emptied the bench. They've got fresh legs, and they're going to see if they can bring some respectability to that scoreline.
Another big scrum. Free van Heerden and Glade. It's Mazomba now who gets caught at the back, and Smith manhandles him a little bit. Management here, the chairman, Mike Reynolds, and Dave Kagan, the president, will be very happy if it ends up like this, a whitewash.
Well, it's 10 points from a possible 10, Nick, and it's been a while since Hammies have taken all 10 points from the first two games. And so the optimism, the belief will grow that they can make a run for the title this year.
As we see Foster on as well at number 8. He was chosen to play anywhere on the field with a 6-2 split. Robbie Olivier and Alan Zondag deciding, let's put them up, and a penalty goes against the way of the Hammies boys. Going in once again, second penalty on that side.
Looks like Reese van Eerden that was pinned for collapsing there.
Villagers now nothing going their ways. The man of the match, the Harry Hartman Wines man of the match, plays it on the inside, and back goes Conor van Heerden. High tackle, says the referee. Advantage, Mazomba. Out to the fly. We'll come back for the penalty.
It's a bit of a soft penalty there by Conor van Heerden, who's come back on and put a chip in behind, which didn't quite work out, and then desperately lunged for somebody, but he got his timing wrong, and the kick was quite high. So Villagers deep into the Hammies 22 now, with just around about 2 minutes or so to go. They'll want to finish off this game with some points on the board and maybe have the final say.
Much better kick from Levo as Kruger now finds the Mayor. What a player is the Mayor. At the back goes Kruger. Not making much yardage at the moment, but slowly but surely they work their way to the promised land. Kruger still under control at the back. Decides to go down. The ball will come out to Mazomba. That's big man once again. Aspelang back on the inside. How strong has Aspelang been today? We've had an absolute feast of rugby in the midfield. Big carry from Uteta. Need to go strong here as Oosthuizen has a little go himself. Patience is needed. Mzomba happy to just let the forwards ride this one out.
Yeah, Villagers have just got to stay a bit more patient as Jared Africa with that JP Lewis comes screaming out of the line. Oh, Aspeling was tremendous in his carry earlier on in this play.
Evan Kutsia with a good carry, and Villagers now conceding territory to this resolute Hammies defense. Good clean out by the Mayor once again. Mzomba gives it to Ateta. We say very strong, but the Hammies are up to the task. Out to Grundeling. Back to his fly, Levo. Nzombo, good passage of play here as Grundlin gives it out to the speedster. Hasn't seen much of the ball.
So far, Villagers have lost about 15 meters or so in this passage of play, but they've got penalty advantage.
As Kruger decides he's going to go route one, will come back for the penalty. Not gaining much advantage over the gain line at the moment, Adrian.
Yes, Hammy's standing resolute. They're certainly putting their bodies on the line, even though it's late in the game. Shoulders flying in, and they're certainly not making any passive hits here. Trying to dominate Villagers in the collision. Pretty demoralized Villagers team at the moment. Not the same energy we saw either side of half-time as they wrap up the game. Time is up on the clock, Nick. It's up to the referee and what he's and the time he's kept for stoppages and so on. But there can't be too much left in this game as Villagers have another line out 5 meters or so from the line.
And it's Kruger who will get us underway, and of course it goes to Mayer, but Kruger just makes sure that the timing was a little bit out. And we'll probably have this last scrum.
Yeah, it looks like there's still time on the clock. Villagers have another chance to have the final say. Yeah, they'd dearly love to have the final say in a derby, in a game that they've been quite comprehensively outplayed. They'd like at least the feeling of that final points in the game. So let's see what happens in the scrum, Nick.
As it does come to the end again, we would just like to thank our sponsors, Kepu Trading and Vasco, Infinity, Baker Tilly, Thorpe, Sup Auto Panel Beaters, so many of you guys, Decro Paints, DSC Attorneys, as Hammies give a big scrum back, and Lavor has a little look himself up against the man of the match, McLachlan. Nzombo with a big pass out wide to Kutsia. Backwards he goes once again. Really, really good work from this Hammies defense here. And it is now Villagers who passes don't go to hand, and maybe it'll be the Hammies who have the last say. Villagers once again trying desperate to get their hands on the ball. Nzomba this time. And it is the big man who decides, that's it, we've had enough. What an epic, epic derby we've had here between Villagers and Hammies. But it is Hammies who come on top for the oldest rugby club in the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes, Nick, a comprehensive victory for Hammies here. They dominated pretty much all aspects of play, and the innovation and imagination of Connor van Eerden, Wynand McLachlan, Jared Africa, Lloyd Costa, and others in the back line landed the knockout punch on Villagers in an emphatic victory here today at the Stephen Oval.
Again, we just would like to thank everybody for coming down. We have a new restaurant upstairs. We've been renovated. It is really looking up here in our 150th year. The celebrations actually start in September. So make sure you get down here to Hammies, support the club, support club rugby. We are 4 times world champions, and it all starts right here in the Super A League. Thank you very much for everybody, all our sponsors, Schmidthauser especially for sponsoring this live feed. We're going to have a few beers up in the clubhouse now. Please join us, and come on, Stormers.
Welcome to Schmidthauser Group for all your construction, electrical, and plumbing needs. Competitive rates, free quotes, and technical expertise come as an inclusive service when using Schmidthauser. A family-run business since 1978, we pride ourselves offering top quality and service excellence. Call now on 021 4244 588, available 24/7.